Greg Adams here from Wedding Film School, and today we're doing a post-commentary inside the edit for Lisa and Rikky's same-day edit wedding film. So I had a team of 3 with me for this wedding, and I edited it. Started at cocktail hour. It was an 8-hour day. Might have been 10 hours. Probably 8. Let's say 9 to be safe. But yeah, everything went really well. I really liked this film and had a really good showing. Probably one of the best showings we've ever done because the house venue had a dope projection monitor and great sound. So without further ado, let's go inside the edit.
The 20 hues of...
So I always like to start with this little slug at the beginning because most songs punch into something. So it's like start with black and then punch in. It's usually better. I kind of like to do that.
The 20 hues of the leaves will inspire us to look forward to the brilliant colors.
That's such a good shot.
And the bounty of the coming season.
So you'll notice this zoom 1 was put on the officiant for the ceremony. And we've got plus 12 dB, so that is like raised all the way up. We've got some crossfades, and then I split it up. So like this goes right after this.
Season. Autumn is upon us.
But I split it to get more time, and then just to, you know, fix the timing as far as what she was saying. So it's always better when you tweak, you know, the dialogue to fit what you're doing.
The coming season. Autumn is upon us.
So this shot let me show you some of the behind the scenes here. So the footage is super out of order, but what I can do is I can show you my footage and it'll be much easier. Excuse me. Hold on, let's sort by name, group by camera name. That's where we go. Okay, cool. So I had them do the heart thing, and then I actually had them do it again, but like from a distance. But that shot was kind of unnecessary, so I just did that, and that's like super staged, but I like it. But look at the colors on this, so good. And with the same day edit, you know, I'm really not doing any color correction. I just love the transition between the two because it's almost like the gap between the clouds here just like completely fits the bokeh, because we have a tree here and a tree here in focus. This is more in focus than this, but like this is out of focus, so it's just such a good like 2001 A Space Odyssey bone to the spaceship. I don't know, I just really love those two textures.
And the bounty of the coming
Fucking
season.
geese.
Autumn is upon us, and we revel in the season's promise.
All right, let's talk about how I cannot even see this at all. Probably shouldn't have included that or done something, but like, what did I do to this DGI? I kind of just threw it in. Did I really not do anything to it? That seems kind of crazy to me. So if I have this DJI footage, this is a Phantom 3 Pro. This is shot super flat. What I should have done, I could have sworn I did. I would throw this LUT utility on. And then what I like is the CineStyle S-curve. Did I not do that? That's kind of crazy to me. So what I should have done in the same data is really quick, you know, like I would even take it down a tiny bit. There, right there. That seems good to me. And it's almost like we need more. So Option Command B does like an auto color correction. It looks terrible. What I would even do for this is I would open up this, give it just a tiny bit more saturation. Maybe warm it up, because it's kind of fall-like. So I think that, see, by pulling the mids down away to take away some of this blue here, I found that it just gives it a really nice warm fall outside happy feeling. So that would be good there. So let me just show you the on and off for all these effects right here. So that's a flat DJI, and then that's the color correction I would do for that shot right there. But then the problem with the same edit here is that we kind of put the white text over something super white as well. So what I should have done is raise this, because I think I had it directly in the middle, just because I like that. I would put it right there and then just get rid of the date. And let's just play that.
And we revel.
Obviously, let's let it render for a second. Stay with me. Stay with me. Just gonna take a hot sec. But yeah, I really like the Phantom. I've actually got it right here. Bazinga! So that's it right there. I'm charging batteries and updating the firmware on it. But let's check back in and see what we got here. And it's taking a while. Well, it's like 4K footage downgraded.
And we revel in the season's promise.
Yeah, that's 10 times better. That's awesome. And then right with this hit in the music, that's when we go right into it. So it's a little bit to the music with the cuts, like you can see me bobbing my head, which is sometimes good, but if you just do that nonstop right after like every single cut, it can kind of not be good. So as much as I try to not do that. So let's just go through, let me show you some of the footage that I used and didn't use. So obviously I had 2 other shooters with me, but I'm just gonna focus on my footage. So the first shot of the day was these ladies looking at her veil. Yeah. So they were just finishing up. So I got this like profile and I had got a good smile. And you can see I tried to use this, I think I used it in the film, so we'll see it later. And then them just actually putting a tight. So it's like showing subjects and then close-up detail. And then I wanted to get another detail shot of the bride. And then I thought her shoes were really cool. So I did like, this is the shot we ended up using. Static, which I probably should have used something like that. But we'll see that in the film. So about this shot, as you can see, we've got 3 different clips. I didn't use any of this. So this was just myself, grabbing it and then doing movements because I wanted to get like a natural transition. But then I actually asked one of the bridesmaids, because that's not my thumb. Yeah, those are like nice. Nail polish. I'm not wearing nail polish for this wedding, people. So she grabbed it that way, and then I asked her to do it quickly, and then I did one more natural transition. So the shot that I went to with the shoes here, I did a natural transition but down. If I did a natural transition from here down, that would have worked, but no. So once again, just details like leading up to the point where we see them.
He said, tonight I have never been so...
So with this shot, if I had more time, and I have it on top of this. So at this point I had both his card and her card, and I just had to quickly make a decision which one, because I decided that she was going to read her card here, so I showed her instead. So Option Command B, that's what Final Cut would have wanted to do. That doesn't look that bad. So that's pretty good. I usually I check to see what Final Cut automatically wants to do with the color balancing, and then I'll go and make my tweaks. And with most close-up shots like this, I think this was shot with 100 macro, you almost always could use a little bit of increasing contrast. So what that looks like is raising the highlights quite a bit, and then the focus is off, which, let's see, yeah, so that's much better. Yeah, cool. But this is pretty good exposure right here. This seems a little over, it seems fine.
I have never been so.
So I bring in her audio really softly here.
He said, tonight.
Which there is a lot of background noise, but it's much better than an abrupt. And this even would have been better because you can pick by alt-clicking this button right here what kind of curve you want for the audio. So for something like this,
He said,
that would have been much better. If I had more time for the same day, I would have done that. Much more gradual.
tonight I have never been so confident in any decision.
So real quick, like I was shooting for this frame, so all of them worked.
Decision I had.
I was using Magic Lantern with the guide frames, so that's why we have this 2.35 aspect ratio PNG just on top of my footage. And that's the quickest way because I can just select it with V and just see. And if like this shot I wanted to be slightly adjusted, it's just much easier than using the Final Cut effect for this letterboxing to just change the position, and it's just so much easier in my opinion.
Decision I have ever made.
See, these reactions are what's going to make, you know, things awesome. If you look at the behind the scenes for the showing of this same day edit, you'll see the bride, like, just like everyone reacts to like seeing these people crying. Like, it's adorable.
Decision I have ever made.
Like, everyone is just like crying. So good. Those moments and that mom, and then the reflection in the painting there.
We have been my best friend for 12 years and I can't imagine shit.
So this is an interesting shot. I've been trying to get more of these kinds. And I got this shot right here during the middle of groom prep. Just waiting for the right moment. You need that motion. And I think I was a little underexposed. So if I were to have more time with the same edit, that's hilarious. So that's what Final Cut wants to do. Make it like a fucking crazy bad noir film. What I would have done if I had time to color correct, which you really don't have time to color correct for this kinds of stiffs. So I already did a lot. So that's what it originally looked like. And then that's what I did. I would even do it a little bit more, just to get that contrast. I think that looks good right there. Yeah, that's much better. And like I said, this is with the 100 macro, so it just kills the contrast, so you got to increase it a little bit. And then I love this shot. Even this is a little underexposed. What would Final Cut want to do? Final Cut's gonna want to mess with the colors a lot. I like the warm look, especially for like happy wedding film, stuff like this. So we're gonna do a little bit of highlights. I usually like to just work with the highlights for some reason. I think that looks pretty good right there. So before and after, that's like native, that's what, like just that slight adjustment. If I had the scopes up, you'd be able to see what I'm doing a little easier, but that just makes the world of a difference. And this entire time, she's talking underneath and then we fade out here.
Sharing my life with anyone else.
This shot was tough. I didn't really get what I was looking for. Blah. I think I did this a bunch of times, but yeah. We had a lot of good coverage because they were both in the same hotel and I could just walk between the two. So I love this sequence. I love it when I can show like this honest hilarity. So there's like all this craziness. I'm showing the photographer, the makeup artist, the mom, and the bride here. And then I did this whip pan over to the insanity that's happening with the bridesmaids and then punched in digitally to make an impact on that. And it's just so funny to me.
Oh my god! This is so cute.
Okay, so a lot of audio crossfades just to make the energy of this moment seem more alive. So like, let's just listen to without all of this natural dialogue. It's so important to add to the energy of the film. Because some people just do that, you know, they just kind of do the music slideshow thing.
Oh my god! This is so cute. Oh, how sweet. Yes,
a lot of that didn't match up with the actual shots. Like, you know, I moved them around a little bit, but so good. You'll see 47, 47, 47, 47. So all of this is the same video clip, and I'm just whipping around. Let me see if I can show you that really quickly. It happened before the guys. So yeah, it happened right here. No, that's her card. Damn. Okay, right here. So let's just speed through it real quick. So shot of her, detail, face, dialogue, over the shoulder. Let's go a little slower. Reaction, good reaction, better reaction. Trying to get more reactions. That's the reaction I use. And I try to get more. I asked her to hold it back up again just so I could get a stable, good detail shot, and then closer. It's always good to get like a detail and then a tight detail. So that was good. That was a good sequence. I just rolled the camera the whole time because you want the audio, and it's just much quicker and easier. So we went back to that shot. I actually had the bridesmaid, you know, this is planned, but this is so still motion. It's like so still motion. So these shots are interesting. What would Apple want to do? Apple wants to do some crazy shit. Oh, I would increase the contrast a little bit, and then this seems a bit warm. I actually fixed it a little bit. So this happened really quickly, and my white balance was a little off. So I actually warmed it up at the same edit because it needed it. So yeah, that's a good reaction. The sound of the ripping is great. I didn't really show the Xbox that much, which I probably should have gone and actually showed one detail shot. Emotion trumps visuals. She did good, and that smile is good. So.
I promise to be your partner in life, to support your dreams.
Back and forth, back and forth. This shot I flipped. So I have an effect where I flipped it. So this is the originally shot, and I flipped it because I want to give that back and forth, them looking at each other instead of like cutting to two different angles of the same. So it just makes a lot more sense.
I promise to be your partner in life, to support your dreams, and to be one that you can rely on. I promise to be your best friend.
I really like this shot because I looked for that reflection. Just a cool shot. Reflections are always good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. So this, like, I had to flip-flop around. A lot of these events in the timeline of this film aren't in chronological order. I moved them around a little bit just to get more of a better back and forth and a dynamic going back from man to woman, man to woman. Bride to groom.
Oh my gosh. Gorgeous.
So this is a dope shot. It's like a boss. So this, I shot this just because, hold on. I think I actually have like behind the scenes stuff. No, maybe not. Yeah, right here. This is me being ridiculous. So I'm just like, what is this shot? Like, why are these shoes out here? But I shot it anyway. And I barely do this, but the slider actually makes like a really good like low hat for low shots, because my tripod wouldn't be able to get that low. That's with a 35 and a 5D Mark III. But yeah. So it doesn't really make sense, but it's a cool looking shot. And it's kind of like skewed. I don't know. It's whatever. I really like that shot. It's good. So drone stuff. The crowd loves drone stuff. Sadly, clients love drone stuff. They're not going anywhere. And I usually like to hit them at the, climaxes of songs, those points where it's like, showing the venue, the colors. The color is off a little bit, honestly, in my opinion, but, and I also like to see the horizon. So probably what I should have done is like, did a keyframe change from like here to there, where I start, and this is the nice thing about the letterboxing, because like you can start there and then the keyframe is going to push it down digitally. You can see this number changing as I do that keyframe change, and it just looks like a natural movement. It's like just like tilting down. So that would be a very quick fix to make that happen. Slow pushing. So this is like, it's not really that great of a shot. I should have angled it differently just to have something in the background, because it's just all one color. It's all white and silver. And I actually even did my contrast change to try to add something to it, but. So this bride prep was a little tough because it was indoors and it was just all yellow. But we got some good reactions, some good tights. That emotion is just the best, so.
Today we also share the promise of Lisa and Rikky's joyous life, united as husbands.
So this wasn't actually, we did this way after the first look. We just had them redo it again. One thing really funny about this first look, if I'll show you real quick. This is my angle for the first look, and I thought we took the shades off of him, but apparently we forgot to. But when the first look started, we had these people in the background, which I'm fine with, but then out of nowhere, we had Dad come. And I'm actually telling him to move out of the way real quick. I'm going, ugh. So like that kind of messed me up a little bit. See, and then she took the shades off, so that's like continuity problems. So like, watch this and just cringe at the continuity problems.
Lisa and Rikky's joyous life, united as husband and wife. Marriage is never meant to be
Shades
the
on,
final step
shades
of a
off,
relationship.
shades off. Shades were off right here, and then they were on. So it's like ridiculous. But we had this shot planned, but then our third shooter didn't execute enough and didn't get it, so that we had to restage it. But this slide shot, just moving side to side subtly, is just like so dope.
His joyous life, united as husband and wife.
That's a good shot. That'll probably make my reel. Good stuff.
At the beginning of a new chapter in the
I also love this like flower getting ready prep stuff, just like handheld, like tight, just showing hands and flowers. Like, I just like it. I also love people standing up for the ceremony. Such a good way to transition to the ceremony. Always hit it with the emotion part of the song. Reaction shots for the groom are so good, but the headspace is a little rough. I would have liked this to be tighter. So like here to here, just to focus on his face, because we don't need to see this. We don't need to see this. We definitely don't need to see my Zoom H1 just like straight fucking taped to the mic. Wide. Such a good ceremony spot. The timing was perfect. The temperature was great. It was a little tough with the sun directly on the side of the face, especially for this next angle, as you'll see right here. Second shooter didn't really know how to expose, but honestly, I don't think many people could. It's just direct orange sunlight, hot spots directly on people's faces, which is tough. But it looks great as a hair light. So this shot I should have done something with. So I actually put a little bit of color correction on it, which I don't really agree with that, but. And then I changed it because she's like spanking him here. What I should have done is I had it like this for the same day edit, when I should have had it angled like this, because you can actually see him spanking him, her spanking him, and it's kind of funny. I like that. We got a good reaction from the crowd for that. This is like the hero shot for the bride and groom. So this was shot on an A7S. You can see the difference between the two. And then this is, no, that's straight out of camera. Straight out of camera. Crazy little editor named Final Cut. They match alright, I guess. It's just, I'm just so used to Canon. Like, I don't know. People love the A7S, and I could use it if I had one or two, but I'll take a 5D Mark III any day. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this was shot flat or something. I don't know. So details with the hands. Let's just keep going. So this is glide cam. So at this point I was editing. So my second and third took over. Did all of these shots pretty well. Did the lighting. Good reaction shot. Yeah, I had zero control over any of this, so. And with the shot of the bride and groom. And then this was the last shot. So I had all of my editing up to this point, and I was like, second shooter, oh my god, I need like a ring shot or just something to end on. Go shoot the fire and then just pull out of focus. So we went and did that. Like 30 seconds later, came back with the card and like just had the perfect shot. It was so good. Which is down here, but you get the idea. So fire, pull out of focus, and then just let the bokeh just ripple. And that's a really good way to like introduce text and to end something. And you can do this effect for a lot of different things, but like the movement of the light really helps to sell the effect. And honestly, I think if I punched in a little bit more, it would have been a small change to make a much better effect. I think that right there is like 10 times better. Let's just let that render for a second and see what the difference would have been. So that's the thing you'll notice with like same day edits, you have like no time to like do anything, so. Oh yeah, that's so much better. What did I do? I did 130% digital push in. That would have been a really quick thing to do, real better. Yeah. I just love that blue and orange. It's like a really cool effect. And then cut to my card. So for fonts, I've been just keeping it really simple. We got Helvetica Thin, light, or Helvetica Light. And then what I do is I go to advanced, and sometimes I do the tracking. So like this is what it would have looked like. I think it just looks really cool if you do that. Like it's just very thin and delicate and very wedding like, but you can Google wedding fonts and you can get some really cool stuff. So the final film was just over 3 minutes, which is pretty good. I say 3 to 4 minutes for same day edits. I think 3 minutes is like good. People's attentions, do one main song, a little bit of a fast song, like slow, dramatic, nice, beautiful, and then like crazy and fun towards the end for the reception. So that's it. That's inside the wedding edit. If you have any comments or questions for gear or anything, any decisions I made, please comment below and let me know. But thank you for watching. See you.